Welcome to your June horoscopes. My name is Isabella and welcome to Astro Izzy. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe. First of all, I want to say happy birthday to all the Geminis out there. I myself am a Gemini as well. June, we are entering the summer solstice, and this looks like an exciting month. In numerology, we're entering a month 14-5. So we're all on a collective level seeking change, adventure, travel. Let's go over some of the big stuff happening in June. We start out the month with a Jupiter trine Pluto from the 1st through the 6th. So we are all on a collective feeling like we're more motivated, we're more powerful. So this is a fantastic time to really pretty much start something new. If you are trying to begin something, this is the time. June 8th, we have a Sun and Venus squaring Saturn. This can cause delays maybe within romance, love relationships, and even financial situations. We can maybe feel more restricted, like we're more restricted when it comes to love, money. June 10th through the 12th, we have a Mars square Pluto going on. This can cause some challenges, conflict, aggression within all of us a little bit, depending on where it is in your chart. We can be motivated to achieve our goals. We're going to feel super focused. June 27th, 28th, we're going to have Moon come together with Saturn. On these 2 days, we can feel more pessimistic, more somber about life, but we're also more responsible. So this could be a time where you are given more responsibility. Depending on where it lands in your chart, you can gain more responsibility in that area. Or whatever that area rules can kind of make you feel down, more pessimistic. It could be a time where somebody could say something to us, hurt our feelings a little bit. I'm going to end the month from June 27th through the 30th with a beautiful Venus sextile Mars. So we're looking good, feeling good. We have more confidence. We can let romance, love into our lives. We are probably more powerful when it comes to money making, going out there and socializing with other people. At the very, very end of the month, Saturn will station retrograde. I'm going to make a separate video on that and what that means for each and every one of you. Saturn right now is transiting 18 to 19 degrees of Pisces. So if you're a Pisces rising or even a Virgo rising, from 18 to 19 degrees, you are now under a Saturn transit. Or even if you have planets from 18 to 19 degrees in Sagittarius and Gemini, then at this time, Saturn is squaring those planets. So when we are under a Saturn transit, we can feel more restricted, more somber, like there's more delays. But at the same time, it could be where you accomplish some of the greatest tasks in your life. So if you are one of those people, you're going to feel Saturn a lot this month. Any planets from Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini from 18 to 19 degrees will give you a direct Saturn transit this month. Now, as far as Neptune, if you are a Virgo or Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, at 28, 29 degrees, or you have planets in any of those signs from 28 to 29 degrees, Neptune is, either squaring, opposing, or directly affecting you. So be watchful if you have planets in those signs for deception, falling in love with somebody who maybe is not honest with you, or maybe even you projecting the ideas to other people that are not the truth. People can even project their own feelings about you onto you. So say you are a Virgo rising, 28, 29 degrees. Right now, you could be feeling like you're being swept off your feet, whether it is a business idea, a relationship. Neptune is a rose-colored glasses kind of planet. It can cloud our judgment because everything seems so rosy, so perfect, like a picture-perfect love story. So if you do have planets or points from 28 to 29 degrees, you are now directly affected by Neptune, as well as Pluto is now, it's retrograde, but it is about one degree Aquarius. If you have planets from 0 to 3 degrees of Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio, right now you are affected by the retrograde motion of Pluto. So you can be going through a lot of breakthroughs and a lot of power. A lot can be going on in your life right now where you are completely changing and shifting. Pluto is about transformation. And if you have planets or points from 0 to 1 degree, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, or Scorpio, you are now directly affected by this Pluto. I almost forgot to mention Uranus. This month, it is transiting 24 to 25 degrees of Taurus. If you are a Taurus rising, sun, or moon, from 24 to 25 degrees, you are experiencing a lot of shifts, breakthroughs, big changes in your life right now. Huge, huge changes. And they're going to bring you a lot of joy. A lot of times when they're happening, we're confused, but you're going to see that a whole new world is opening up for you. If you have planets from 24 to 25 degrees of Scorpio, you're now under the Uranus opposition. So you are also experiencing a lot of shifts and changes. As well as if you have any planets in Leo or Aquarius from 24 to 25 degrees, this is now giving you a Uranus square to those planets. So a lot of big shifts and changes and new opportunities are coming to you right now this month. We'll have everything time-stamped. You can watch your rising sign. If you identify more with your sun or moon sign, you can watch those as well. Sometimes I watch all three just to see. Your moon sign is more of how you're going to be feeling. But a lot of times it can really directly show you what's going on. So can your sun sign, but your rising sign is really the most important. I hope you guys have a fantastic June 2024. I'll see ya. Aries, welcome to your June horoscope. We start out the month with Jupiter trining Pluto. This is happening from June 1st until the 6th. Now for you, it's happening with your 11th house of groups, friendships, organizations, your hopes and dreams, and your 3rd house of siblings, neighborhood, courage. This is the house of self-effort. You guys right now might be inspired to take something that you have created and put it out into the world using social media, or maybe getting involved in different groups, friendships, organizations. You might be led to this right now. And if you are, do it, because there is a big payoff for you. So if you have your own business, you run a blog, maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, this is the time where people will really receive you well. You're going to want to do something. So you have more power. You have more influence right now. You're feeling motivated because the 3rd house is the house of self-effort. So you will be really motivated to start something new. Put something new out there into the world, or maybe learn a new skill and meet a lot of great people along the way. You know, you can meet new friends, new groups who introduce you to different things in life right now. And it will be easy. You'll just be really motivated to do this, you know, especially if you want to teach something, you want to write about something. This is a fantastic time for you guys. Mars North Node is still in your 1st house. So you might be feeling more courageous, energetic, but this also might piss you off a lot, you know. People may piss you off and you may react in ways that you don't normally react. So be more cautious of this. Be more cautious of starting any new high-risk activities as well, because Mars North Node wants to do something new. So you guys might be really thinking about renewing your look, renewing your whole life path, maybe even going to the gym and getting a new health routine. This is perfect if you are going to use the energy in a constructive way, but just remember that you're more alluring, more attractive as well to the opposite sex, but this can give you more arguments, especially with people, with your partner, or they might trigger you more often this month. For the first couple of days, we have Mercury in the 2nd house for you in Taurus. So maybe you are talking about business, finances. Maybe you're talking about buying some new possessions. Okay, on June 4th, Mercury enters Gemini. So at this point, you focus on communicating, blogging, self-efforts. Maybe you're learning a new skill, or you are just having a great time with friends, co-workers, because we have Sun, Venus, Jupiter in Gemini. This is a busy month if you want to maybe meet somebody in your town. Start initiating new contracts, maybe new ways of learning, blogging, starting a business. This is fantastic if you guys are starting to learn something new, or you want to initiate something new when it comes to social media, friends, groups, organizations, or maybe even put out some work, because we have that beautiful Jupiter trine Pluto in the beginning of the month. So the focus is definitely on your skills, your skill set, and what you're acquiring, what you're going to put out into the world. So if you are acquiring new skills or thinking about it, this is the time. It's a time where you can even find love in your neighborhood by going out, hanging out with friends, going to parties. Venus rules your second house of money and possessions and your seventh house of love and relationships. And it's going into your third house of initiating self-effort. So this is a time to meet somebody through hanging out in your neighborhood groups, friendships, or maybe initiating and starting a new course, or just being out and about in your town. So this is very good if you are just hanging out with friends, but this is also fantastic for business, you guys, because your second house is going into your third house of self-efforts. So if there is something that you are creating right now, you're going to be really passionate about it, and you could create something that will make you money down the road. On Thursday, June 6th, we have a new moon at 16 degrees of Gemini. Again, this is your third house. You have so much third house activity going on for you. Self-efforts, studying, learning something new, hanging out with friends in your neighborhood. The third house is not just picking up a new skill, friends, siblings, but it is the house of courage and self-efforts. And for a lot of Aries rising especially, this is a month where you're probably taking a lot of initiative in your business, in your relationships, and in your friendships. And it's really all about initiating something new in that area. Maybe finding a new hangout spot, hanging out with your coworkers more. On June 10th, Mars enters Taurus. This is your second house of the money that you make, your self-esteem, what you eat. This is even the house of family, possessions. It is the money that you are making, and right now you are focused on money. There's a lot going on in your second and third house. So you are really focusing on your skills, your business. You could be making a big purchase. This is the month, especially after the 10th Aries, where you're probably going to want to buy some new possessions. You're going to maybe spend a lot of money really quickly. When Mars is in the second house, we can burn through money really quickly. So watch your spending. Make sure that what you are buying is worthwhile. What you need, you're getting out of it what you really want, because it can make you impulsive when it comes to shopping. It can make you a little bit impulsive in the way that you speak to your family. And there's so much going on in your third house. So you are focused on business, making money, buying new possessions. June 10th through the 12th, we have Mars squaring Pluto. This can bring up conflict, aggression, and intense feelings between maybe you and groups and friendships that you belong to. Or maybe some aggressive words can be exchanged through social media. So be more cautious of this, because this can bring up a lot of intense feelings of maybe about finances, money, and possessions, how you share possessions with those that you are close to, or when it comes to groups and friendships, what you spend together, how you spend money, or maybe you are rethinking some subscriptions right now. Subscriptions you want to keep and ones you want to get rid of. Aries, on June 16th through the 17th, we have Venus squaring Neptune. Oh man, I don't like Neptune. This can be a time where maybe your partner or somebody that you are involved with can be keeping a secret from you, or you can find out about a secret. You could be keeping a secret from them. Maybe you meet somebody and it's a new relationship and you are kind of keeping it a secret right now. You could have some nice bed pleasures at this time. But Venus square Neptune is idealization. It's like romanticizing something. But there's a lot of dishonesty that can happen. Now, this is a very short transit, so I wouldn't worry about it much, but just watch for any kind of dishonesty. If you meet someone new, maybe don't be so trusting with those couple of days, because, somebody could be lying to you. There could also be an unexpected bill that comes up. June 20th through the 21st, we have Sun squaring Neptune. So there could be something kept hidden from you when it comes to courses, when it comes to siblings, friends, your neighborhood. This is a very short transit as well. Or maybe there's a lot going on behind the scenes. You are creating something from your imagination behind the scenes, Aries. So you could really be working on a creative project and you are really feeling it, But there could also be some things you have to resolve, because maybe there's a full picture that you are not getting yet. You're not seeing the whole thing come together yet, but you're working on something, and there's a lot of imagination, creativity going on for you the second half of the month, with the third house being quite active. On June 21st, the Sun enters Cancer. So now we have Sun, Mercury, Venus, all in Cancer. Your fourth house is highlighted at the end of the month. You could be, spending time alone with family, inner needs, your inner emotion. Then we have a full moon on Saturday, June 22nd, in your 10th house. So maybe there has been a project with all that third house activity that you've been working on, and you put it out into the world. You finally release something, or your business finally starts off. You're letting something go when it comes to work, career, and your public image. Maybe you are letting go of the way that people see you, they view you, or maybe it is something that you're putting out into the world and it is finally finished, a work project. Or some of you could be letting go of a job, starting your own business, or maybe starting a new career. You're letting some parts of your career or the ideas you had about your career and public image go at this time. Now on June 27th, 28th, we have Moon conjunct Saturn happening in your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of losses, stuff going on behind the scenes. Okay, now Moon rules your fourth house. This is very short, but you may feel more pessimistic here. Moon rules your fourth house and Saturn rules your 10th and 11th house. So there could be an unexpected bill when it comes to your home, your vehicles, something to do with career, or maybe groups, friendships, and organizations, something that's got you feeling down. You could be more pessimistic these 2 days, but you could also be thinking in a logical way. So if something unexpected comes up and, you have to take responsibility or pay an unexpected bill, it could get you feeling down on the 27th and 28th, because fourth house is your emotions, your emotional state, how you feel emotionally balanced, and it's going into the 12th house, joining Saturn. So there could be some negativity those 2 days. The 27th through the 30th, we have Venus sextiling Mars. This is really great when it comes to buying things, okay? Because this is happening in your second house and your fourth house. Maybe you're buying something for the home. You're enjoying some kind of romantic date nights at home. Some of you who are coupled, this is an easy flowing, like collaborative, motivated kind of transit. So you're feeling motivated, maybe about making money at home, but you could also be buying yourself some luxury possessions for yourself and for your home at this time. So the month is really about, the end of the month, it's more geared towards home, family, inner needs, inner emotions. And the beginning of the month, it's a lot of collaboration, spending money and thinking about how to make money. So we've got the new moon in your third house, so you're initiating something, and we've got the full moon in your 10th house, so you are letting go of maybe old parts of your career, your self-image at this time. I hope you have a wonderful June, Aries. Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. So June, we have Uranus transiting 24 to 25 degrees of Taurus. So I do want to mention this for those of you who have sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Taurus from 24 to 25 degrees. because right now you're under a Uranus transit. So if you have planets in your first house in Taurus, or maybe even in Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio from 24 to 25 degrees, at this point you're under a Uranus transit. So a lot can be opening up for you right now. If you have planets in those degrees, or your ascendant sign is in those degrees, you could be having a breakthrough, meeting somebody that you fall in love with, changing jobs, shifting your whole life path. So a lot of Taurus risings, Taurus moons will be going through huge shift and changes that will kind of open you up to new possibilities, open you up to new ways of living. If you have a Taurus moon, it could be your living situation is changing. Taurus sun, it could be career and what you do for work that you want to change, or even your self-image. Okay, so even changing your look or something about your looks changing. If you are a Taurus rising in those degrees, your whole life path could be changing, as well as your looks and the way that you see the world and the people in it. So relationship changes. So this is big for you Tauruses, especially if you have planets or in those degrees, or maybe your ascendant is from 24 to 25 degrees of Taurus. So I thought I'd mention this. From June 1st through the 6th, we have Jupiter, which is trining Pluto. For you, this deals with your second house of money, the income that you make, your self-esteem, possessions, and the 10th house of career. So right now is a great time to ask for that raise. Maybe something is going well within your career or your career plans or possessions. You could be buying some nice possessions. Something could be working out really well for you when it comes to money and work. Or you could just be collaborating with your coworkers on a new project for some of you. But this is really great, and it should be making you feel more optimistic when it comes to money and career. Mars and the North Node are still in your 12th house right now. Now, Mars rules over your 12th house and 7th house. This could be a time where you could be, even getting into arguments with people you are dating, or there could be secrets kept from you. You could be keeping secrets from your partners at this time. This could be also a time, Taurus, where unexpected bills come to you. It could be on account of business or just some losses, maybe losses within business, losing hours, losing overtime, losing something where you feel like you deserve something and you're not getting it. It could feel like that a little bit for some of you. Mars is the planet of aggression, so be careful because this can lead to repressed anger a little bit. You could be feeling more pessimistic around this time. Or, maybe you just have to fork out some money for something that you do not want to. It's something unexpected. This could also lead to gossip or people who are gossiping about you a little bit, and you might feel pissed. You might get pissed from that. Now, when Mars is in the 12th house, we might feel not just pessimistic, but kind of passive aggressive. There might be things you want to do, but at the same time, you're like, I don't want to do it. And you're doing it, then you stop and you're not doing it. So it can feel like you're not as energetic right now. You have all these plans and you want to take action, but it's hard for you to take action. The planet of communication is in your sign for the first few days, so you might be feeling more communicative. You want to talk to everybody. Now, Mercury enters Gemini on June 4th, where now you are thinking about possessions, the money that you make, business, and you could be negotiating new business deals, salaries, or at least initiating some kind of money-making venture. Because we also have Sun, Venus, Jupiter, all in Gemini, which is your second house of income. So this is great for buying possessions that you love. If there's something that you want to buy or go shopping, when Venus transits the second house, we can buy possessions that we are really happy with for a really long time. So really what's highlighted is the house of money for you, Taurus, how to make money, maybe coming up with new ideas, buying some possessions that you really love. This is also a great time if, you want to get a new haircut, do something to beautify yourself, get new makeup. This is fantastic for that. We have a new moon Thursday, June 6th at 16 degrees of Gemini. This for you, Taurus, is in the second house of the money that you make, your self-esteem, your possessions. You could be buying brand new possessions that are important for a very long time, starting a new business venture, or maybe thinking about how to make more money. You could be investing your money, but this is really about money for you. How to make money, how to bring money into your life, possessions, things that you love, maybe things that you want to buy, things that you have been wanting to buy for a really long time. The second house also rules your teeth, Taurus, okay? The second house also rules family, what we eat in our teeth. So some of you may be getting dental work done, maybe eating new diet habits, things like that could be happening for you right now, or it's something that you initiate, because a new moon is us initiating something new or something new going on in that area of life. So it has to do with money. Maybe some of you guys are starting a new business, a new money-making venture, or maybe changing your dietary habits or working on your teeth, but something in the second house is getting renewed for you right now, Taurus. So you have a ton of activity in your second house. But on June 10th, Mars enters the sign of Taurus. So be more cautious, as we can get hurt a little bit more, or it's more likely that we can get hurt when Mars is transiting your first house. So if you are a Taurus rising, be more cautious. It could mean that you hurt your head, your teeth, your facial area. Maybe some of you guys are getting dental work with all the activity in your second house. That could be a big probability for a lot of Taurus suns, Taurus risings. And Mars can also make you extremely courageous and like a go-getter. So you can't just sit there, you're a little bit fidgety. You just want to make things happen. So this is great if you want to work out or initiate something new, but be careful, because you could be a little bit more blunt with people and they could take it the wrong way. When Mars is in our first house, we're more energetic, charismatic, but we can also be more blunt, and we could hurt other people's feelings a lot more. And so just be more cautious if you are, starting something new, or you're really into risky exercise or something like that, because Mars in the first house, we can get hurt more easily because we're not paying attention as much. From June 10th through the 12th, we have Mars squaring Pluto. At this point, Mars is in your first house, Taurus. This is you, yourself, your body. And Pluto is in your 10th house of career, co-workers, and public image. Be more cautious as you don't say something to piss off the people that you work with, okay? And if you post on social media a lot, be more cautious of what you post. This is a very short transit, but this could indicate you maybe fighting with coworkers, or just getting really annoyed with the people that you work with, or something about your job could be pissing you off right now. Maybe the hours that you're getting, or the pay, you feel like you deserve more, but something could really piss you off right now. And you may say something you may later regret. So just be more cautious of what you say and how you speak to those that you work with, because this transit could ignite jealousy, or maybe you sense jealousy from the people that you work with. So this is a time to just step back and be a little bit more cautious, especially when it comes to you, yourself, your life path, and your career. June 16th through the 17th, Venus is squaring Neptune. So be careful as to not to be deceived by any friends, groups, organizations. It could be even something financial. So watch out for scams or people coming to you with news that sounds too good to be true. This is just the 16th and 17th. And then again on the 20th and the 21st, we have another Neptune square. So just be more watchful those couple of days for any deception, or even romanticizing an idea that you don't know all the facts to yet. Now from June 20th through the 21st, we have Sun square Neptune. This is again another square that involves your second house and your 11th house. So be cautious right now of friends or anybody, any groups that you belong to right now that are trying to kind of sell you something that you might not need. Make sure that you get the whole picture. okay? Because you could be deceived right now by organizations, groups of friends even, about something, and you could be spending money on something that isn't worth your while. So watch out for from June 20th through the 21st. It's a short little transit, but if something seems too good to be true, it probably is, especially on June 20th and June 21st. June 21st, Sun enters the sign of Cancer for you, Taurus. This is the third house of initiating something new, communicating with friends, neighbors, co-workers, maybe studying something new. You guys could be taking up a new skill or getting more involved in your neighborhood right now. We have Sun, Mercury, and Venus all moving into Cancer. They're already there. So the shift now is from your second house of finances, the money that you make, maybe dental work, now to the third house of community, siblings, co-workers, and taking initiative with something. Some of you guys could be not just learning a new skill, but becoming more aware of how you want to use your skills to make money. There's a lot of activity in your second and third house this month for you, Taurus. So it's not just about money, but it's about self-efforts, and what efforts are you willing to take to make money, to communicate with others. We have a full moon Saturday, June 22nd in your ninth house. So there could be an ending or finally a completion to schooling, any kind of schooling that you are taking, or maybe your kids are taking. You know, this is where everybody's getting out of school around this time, or maybe completion to a visa application or some kind of court proceedings that are now ending. This could also be the ending of you shifting your perspective. The ninth house is philosophy and what we believe in, not just religion, but our spiritual belief system. So this could be a time where you just give up on one kind of spiritual belief and you start following something else. Or you're just giving up the way that you do your spiritual practices, and maybe you want to renew something there. You know, there could be also a completion of publishing a book, not just schooling, but also travel. This could be a time where some of you are thinking about traveling, or maybe you just are traveling at this time. Because whenever we have a full moon, it's not just completion, but it sometimes gives us something we've been working on for a really long time. If you've been planning a trip abroad, getting your visa paperwork, it could be finally a completion to that right now. On June 27th and the 28th, we have Moon conjunct Saturn. If you are going to be feeling very pessimistic, very down on these 2 days, this is why. Okay, Saturn and the Moon make us feel restricted. It makes us logical, so we're less emotional about decisions that we have to make, but this really could make everybody in those 2 days feel a little bit down and pessimistic about life. Now for you, this is happening in the area of friendships, hopes, and dreams. This is opposing your fifth house, so maybe your children could be going through something around this time or be more pessimistic, more down as well. But this could be where you are just changing the vision that you have for the future. You know, you're being more realistic about your goals for the future. But if you are feeling down, just remember it's these 2 days. Saturn kind of gives us this sombering effect sometimes. Now on June 27th and the 30th, we have Venus sextiling Mars, Taurus. For you, this is happening between your first house and your third house. So maybe you are communicating about where you live, your neighborhood. It could be a time where you are enjoying your neighborhood. Or maybe this is a great time for you to go out to eat, check out the new restaurants in your town. This could be where you are having like the time of your life, just going out and enjoying life within your own community, in your own neighborhood, getting closer to your siblings. You know, if you have any siblings, your co-workers at this time. But this is really a fantastic time to go around town, have fun, maybe even have a little day trip or like a weekend getaway. This is perfect for that Taurus. Saturn will station retrograde June 30th. I am going to make a separate video on that and what that means for you, but I hope you have a fantastic June, Taurus. Gemini, we start out the month of June with, of course, Jupiter is in your sign. And from the 1st through the 6th, Jupiter is trining Pluto. Pluto is in your 9th house of higher education, foreign travels, publishing. If you are publishing any work, thinking about a trip abroad or taking any courses, this is a fantastic time for you right now. You have more power and influence. So you're going to be feeling more motivated, especially when it comes to spiritual teaching, spiritual learning, travel, and connecting with people from all over the world. And so if there's any work that you want to publish, put out there, this is the perfect time, as you're going to just be more well received right now. You're just going to be more in tune also with spiritual teaching, spiritual practices, and you're just going to feel more like zest in your life right now, especially with Jupiter being right in your sign. So if you are a Gemini rising, this is your year. Same with Moon. If you have Moon in Gemini right now, your family dynamics are opening up to new brighter horizons. If you are a Gemini Sun, your career, your public image, your image overall is now improving. So this is great for all Geminis. We have the Sun, Venus, and Jupiter all in your sign in Gemini. Remember, Venus also rules your 5th house. So if you are looking for romance right now, it may just come to you in the month of June. So you are feeling more creative, you're more energetic, you might be feeling more beautiful. This is a great time to go shopping for a new wardrobe, get a new haircut, get some new makeup. You have Venus right in your sign. You have Mars and North Node in Aries in the 11th house. So be careful bickering online or maybe with friends. But this is also going to energize you if you want to put out work on social media. Maybe you have a TikTok, a YouTube, an Instagram, or you just enjoy putting out your art into the world. This is the time where you're going to feel motivated to do so. But this can even give you fights with not just friends, but groups online and even older siblings if you have any. So just be careful of words. This is just the beginning of the month, because wherever Mars is, it can create not just energy and charisma, but a lot of chaos. But generally, Mars in the 11th house is fantastic for attaining followers. Okay, if Dolly Parton, Elvis all have like Mars in the 11th house, it is the place where you can gain a huge following. So right now is the perfect time in the beginning of June where put your work out there if you want to, this is the time to do so. This could be a huge career month for a lot of Geminis, because Pisces rules over your 10th house and Jupiter is also in Gemini. So a lot of you guys are switching jobs, changing careers, or maybe getting promotions. But something big could be happening work-wise for you guys, because especially now, the ruler is in Gemini, the ruler of your 10th house. Whenever you have the 1st and 10th or the 2nd and 10th houses intertwined, it is really great for money. So take advantage of this right now. June 4th, we have Mercury in Gemini. Now, Mercury rules over you, Gemini, and the 4th house, and it is in Gemini. This could be, for some of you, are redecorating, moving, or spending some enjoyable time at home with family. But a lot of Geminis could be moving or redecorating their home right now, maybe even thinking about purchasing a vehicle. This could signal that for a lot of you. We have a new moon, Thursday, June 6th, 16 degrees of Gemini in your house. So if you are a Gemini rising, you are planning something new, whether it is with your look,
with your relationships, with your whole life path. A lot of you guys, if you want to get a little makeover, new clothes, this is the time. The new moon is where you are initiating, and it is in your house of, like your life, your body. So you could be initiating a new workout plan, a new look, a new haircut, but you are initiating something new, whether it is with career, with relationships. Your whole life path could feel like it's changing. This is fantastic if you want to manifest something. June 10th, Mars enters Taurus. This is your 12th house of behind the scenes, hidden enemies. Be more cautious, because when we have Mars going into the 12th house, we could be a little bit more passive aggressive, okay? And you could hear people gossiping about you even. An unexpected bill could come up. Maybe even have a hard time sleeping in June, because Mars is such an active planet. And the 12th house also rules our bed pleasures, our sleep. A lot of you guys could be having some maybe exciting time behind closed doors, and maybe things that you are keeping just to yourself, especially in June with Mars being kind of behind the scenes. So you might be feeling a little bit less social, but you can get a lot done, especially behind the scenes. Now, June 10th through the 12th, Mars is squaring Pluto. So this can be a time where maybe a bill comes up on account of schooling, on account of education, some course you are taking, or there's something going on within those days that might make you a little bit more mad. It might seem not fair. It could be visas, schooling, publishing. So if something makes you mad, just chill out. It's only 2 days really that this transit is going on, but we can feel a little bit more possessive and jealous even. It can ignite that within us. We have a Venus square and Neptune transit from the 16th through the 17th. So if there is any work contracts, anything that you're doing like that from the 16th through the 17th, be more careful, get all the details, because something may be hidden from you. It may not be what it seems. Whenever we have Venus square Neptune, it could also ignite a lot of passions. This can be a time where you meet somebody at work and it's like something comes over you and you just feel enchanted, either through work or like a work conference. You can really feel like you've fallen in love, but make sure you get all the details. Sometimes a little dishonesty could be involved in this. As well as Sun square Neptune, June 20th through the 21st. Same thing, your first house is involved and your 10th house of career. This can be a time where you are maybe not getting the full picture about something at work, or maybe with your image, or if you've met somebody at work, this could also signify that. Now, this is a very short transit, but it could feel like romanticized, like a romanticized view of a situation or a person. So if you are meeting somebody new, you're around a lot of people in meetings, just be more cautious, as you may not be getting the full picture on those dates. June 21st, the sun enters your second house. So we now will have Sun, Mercury, Venus in the sign of Cancer in your second house right now. Money, possessions will be important to you. Now, I have to mention this because when Venus transits the second house, we can buy possessions, whether it is clothes, jewelry, anything for your home, your car, that we're going to love for a long time. So if you find something out or you're planning on a shopping trip, this is a time where you're going to find really great things. But right now, your second house will be in focus. So making money, maybe improving your hair, buying some makeup, going out to eat a lot, but your second house, so you're going to be really focused on making money and initiating something new when it comes to any money-making ventures. We have a full moon on Saturday, June 22nd in your 8th house, Gemini. So there is a conclusion, an ending. It could be to a bill or a loan that you are paying off, or maybe something that you are researching. It could have something to do with finances for you guys, okay? Maybe other people's money, some kind of money or help that you are getting that's now coming to an end for some of you, or the way that you share your resources, your time could be coming to an end. The way you do intimacy, you could be also changing that up. This could be a time where you decide you want to do intimacy a whole new different way. June 27th and 28th, we have Moon conjuncting Saturn right in your 10th house. So Saturn does rule your 8th and 9th house. Now for you guys also, we have that full moon right in your 8th house that just happened. It's happening in June. And also moon rules your 2nd house. This could be tied to finances. You guys could be a little bit more pessimistic about jobs, job prospects, maybe the hours that you're getting or not getting. You may feel like something is unfair when it comes to money, finances, and work. So this isn't a long transit. I wouldn't worry about it. But if you're feeling a little bit down, June 27th, 28th, 29th, this is why with the Saturn moon conjunction, we sometimes can become very pessimistic about our situation. June 27th through the 30th, Venus is sextiling Mars. For you, this has to do with your 12th house and your 2nd house. So maybe you are spending money on something that you enjoy, especially behind the scenes. Now, Venus does also rule your 5th house. This could have a lot to do with relationships, family for you. Something going on behind the scenes. Those of you coupled could enjoy a really good, time behind the scenes, as well as maybe buying something. 12th house is the house of losses. So you could be buying something really nice for yourself, something that's going to help you just enjoy your time at home with your family. But also it's going to be it could be something that's very important to you for a really long time. So if you are going to spend money, it is kind of like a loss. You're spending the money, but you're spending the money on something that you will enjoy for a long time. I hope that your June is fantastic, Gemini. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your June horoscope. From June 1st through the 6th, we have Jupiter trining Pluto. This is happening with your 8th and 12th house. So with these houses being involved, this is a great time to, if you are seeking therapy, astrology, tarot readings, anything like that, because you can connect really easily to the other side of life. You yourself could even do this for yourself, or you're creating something, and other people's money could be involved as well. So if there is a bill or anything that comes up, it's for the good. Maybe you're spending money on something that will yield future returns. This can also be just you digging deep or finding out a secret even that is really positive. It changes your life, and there's good coming from this secret, this unknown, or even doing research, something behind the scenes. So it is a really easygoing transit. It lasts only a few days, but you can really tap into the subconscious, your subconscious mind. Also with creativity, anything like that, or bed pleasures. This is fantastic for that. So we start out the month with Sun, Venus, and Jupiter all in Gemini in your 12th house. So this is your subconscious mind. This can be a time where a lot is going on for you behind the scenes. You're kind of reclusive, retreating a little bit, Cancers. You want to spend more time alone. Maybe you're creative behind the scenes. This could, of course, involve bed pleasures, secret relationships as well when Venus transits the 12th house, or fantasies even about people, reminiscing about somebody. We've got Mars and North Node in Aries in your 10th house. Huge focus on your career and public image, but you're kind of feeling reclusive. So you guys, you could get pissed at your coworkers right now, or just pissed at even your career prospects. It could be a time where you are really, really trying and putting in the work. This is fantastic for putting in the hard work so that later you can reap the rewards. On June 4th, Mercury enters a Gemini. So now we have behind the scenes communication where we can be uncovering secrets even, or just having discussions behind the scenes, even with romantic prospects. You guys, if you are dating or seeing somebody right now, you may feel like you want to just spend time with them behind the scenes, not so much out in public, and going out, because all that 12th house activity. This is also great though for creating something, and your imagination is, working overtime right now. So if you find it hard to sleep, maybe journal something, jot down your ideas, because with that activity in your 10th house and all that behind the scenes stuff, you can literally just download from dreams and visions what you want your career to be like. What do you want to, put out there into the world? So definitely journal all your dreams, your visions, any kind of creativity that you are downloading right now. So you can maybe put it forth to your career or even public image, something you want to maybe rebrand yourself. On Thursday, June 6th, we have a new moon in Gemini, again, your 12th house. So you are initiating something behind the scenes. This could literally be you creating something behind the scenes, and you're wrapping it up right now, or you're just beginning it. This is a new beginning, so please use your creativity wisely right now. You can create the most creative projects. When you have a new moon in the 12th house is the original house of Pisces. A lot of artists have 12th house planets because it's like you're downloading stuff. You can download stories or just visions, any kind of creativity that comes to you right now. You can later manifest. You can manifest this. You can start working on things behind the scenes. Also, this is a great time for travel, retreating, visiting the spa. So maybe you are starting a new self-care routine. This is opposing the 6th house of your daily habits. This is the best time really to initiate and kind of start a new self-care routine or a workout routine. Maybe just make the plans for it right now, because the 12th house is also the house of isolation. So you kind of want to be alone and retreat, especially the first half of the month. So use that wisely to your advantage for your future plans. June 10th, Mars enters Taurus. For you, Cancers, this is your 11th house of groups, friendships, organizations, hopes, and dreams. Mars rules over your 5th house and your 10th house. So your career and public image and your love, romance, creativity. Maybe there is something you are creating and putting out on social media, some of you. But this can cause some tension with groups, friendships, organizations, even people on social media. Somebody might piss you off. Some friends might piss you off. This is opposing your 5th house. So it could also be coming from romantic partners that you are involved in. This can add a little bit of chemistry and intensity into, current relationships, or even bickering with children could be possible right now. But this could also ignite some passion for you. Passion in relationships or whatever it is that you are creating, because the 5th house is of creativity. What you want to put out into the world, 11th house. So there could be like a push and pull with friends, children, romantic partners. But it could also ignite extreme creativity and extreme passion within you, Cancer. Mars in the 11th, while fantastic for showing your work into the world, because this really does give you an advantage. People want to hear from you, want to see you. But we have this Mars square Pluto from June 10th through the 12th. So this isn't long. I am mentioning it because right now, not only could people just piss you off, but there could be some push and pull between finances, friends, even romantic partners and children. There could be, a little bickering or a fight even over money and finances, or the groups that you belong to, or maybe even extreme jealousy. You could ignite some jealousy from friends or those around you, friends or groups of people that you hang out with. So be more cautious of how you word things, because people, could become a little jealous or have intense feelings towards you right now. Also have Venus square Neptune. This is from June 16th through the 17th. This can signal a little bit of deception, so I am mentioning this. So maybe deception on account of something that you are studying or learning, teachers, or maybe a court case, visa paperwork. It could also be, or just in general, foreigners. At this point, you could find yourself extremely attracted to somebody foreign or whose life is completely different from you. Be cautious, Cancer, on these couple days because June 16th, 17th, even 18th, because with the Venus square Neptune, we could be deceived. We can think one way of a situation or a person, and it could be something completely different. Neptune clouds our judgment. It makes us wear rose-colored glasses. So if you are meeting somebody right now and you think you've just fallen in love or something is so great, it's too good to be true, it probably is. Look into it further. Don't just take somebody's word for whatever they're saying. Just really look into whatever you are presented with from the 16th, 17th through the 18th. And the 20th and the 21st, we have Sun squaring Neptune. Same thing, Sun is in your 12th house of you behind the scenes, and Neptune is in your 9th house. So there could be something when it comes to schools, court cases, visas, paperwork, or foreigners, people that you are connecting to from foreign lands, foreign countries, people different from you. Maybe there is something going on behind the scenes that you are trying to figure out. So the last couple weeks of June, the last 2 weeks of June, just be more cautious of whatever you are presented with. Do your due diligence because you could be deceived or people could just try to, lie to you a little bit. So it is wise to be cautious. On June 21st, the Sun enters your first house, Cancer, and then we're going to have Sun, Mercury, Venus all in your sign. This is a time where you're going to feel more social, more energetic. You want to get out there, socialize with people. Venus in the first house is a great time to get a new haircut, get a new wardrobe, reinvent yourself. This is a time where not just you want to be social, but you are more charismatic and attractive. So you're attracting people to you now. You're done hiding. You want to go out. You want to be seen. And you are attracting people. You feel more attractive. This is a time to just reinvent yourself and be social. This is a time to also attract romantic partners if that is what you are seeking. Full moon, Saturday, June 22nd, is happening in your 7th house of business partners, love relationships. All right, it's in the sign of Capricorn. So maybe you are saying goodbye to an existing business partnership or even relationship for some of you, or changing the way that you are going to do love relationships. There was so much going on with your 11th and 5th house that it could have led to a fight, and maybe you're letting go of somebody you've been just casually dating. This could have also been over money or a secret that was exposed to you during the month because the 8th and 12th house were involved. So some Cancers could literally be letting go of a relationships. Others of you are maybe just letting go of a business plan, a business proposition, a business partner, or you're just letting go of any hangups in relationships. Maybe for some of you, you're letting fights go or some things go so that you could clear the air and your relationships could become better. So this by no means does not mean that you are ending relationships, ending a marriage, but for some of you it can. It just means there's a closure to something in the 7th house for you Cancers around June 22nd. June 27th and 28th, we have Moon conjunct Saturn. You guys are ruled by the Moon. So this can be a time where you're pessimistic. You're feeling very logical and unemotional about something because that's what happens with Moon Saturn is we become more strict, more driven. But you can feel a little bit down and pessimistic. And this could be on account of education, visas, foreign travels, or maybe even a court case for some of you. Something could get you feeling down. This is very short, 27th, 28th, but if you're feeling down or there's something that, puts you down, you're feeling pessimistic, this is why. So the Moon also rules you. So maybe you are involved in something. Some kind of publishing doesn't go your way, or something with school or travel. So this is not a long transit, so I wouldn't worry about it, but this might make you feel a little bit down on those days. Next, we have Venus sextile Mars, June 27th through the 30th. This is an easygoing transit. You can be maybe meeting somebody that you want to have a romantic relationship through social media, through friends, through even your acquaintances that you know, or you go out to a party. Now, this can also attract a lot of attention. You could feel really intense emotions about somebody or them towards you. This is an easygoing transit, so it can make you more popular, more seen. You're feeling more energetic right now, and you're feeling more sexy. When Venus is in the first house, we attract people to us with ease. You're not even trying. So go out there, mingle with other people, because this could also affect your future plans. Okay, this could affect what you put out into the world, or maybe some of your hopes and dreams are coming true, or you meet somebody who helps you achieve those goals. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome to your June horoscope. We start out the month from June 1st through the 6th. Jupiter is trining Pluto. For you, this is between your 11th house of groups, friendships, organizations, social media, your hopes and your dreams, and your 7th house of business partners and romantic relationships. This could be a time where you meet someone through a group of friends. You're introduced to somebody who can make your hopes and dreams come true. So be watchful, go out, socialize, mingle with people. This can also be a time where you start a new business or a new business proposition, maybe you get a new business partner. But if there is some work that you want to put out there, this is the time. Put it out there on social media, publish that work, because this is a very great aspect for being received well by the public. Now, Leo, for you, we have the Sun, Venus, Jupiter, all in Gemini. In the beginning of June, your 11th house is highly highlighted. So go out, mingle with friends. This is the time to put your work out there, or just work on everything that you are hoping and dreaming to happen. The 11th house is our hopes and dreams, groups and friendships, and it is the house of people noticing you, the limelight. So if you are publishing some work or mingling with other people, this can be a time where people notice you. You know, you're charismatic, you're attracting the attention onto yourself. We also have Mercury, which is in your 10th house, so it could have a lot to do with work and career, or something that you are presenting or working on presenting. June 4th, Mercury enters the sign of Gemini. So now the communication shifts through groups of people, your friendships, and also your hopes and dreams, and something that you're putting out into the world. We do have Mars and North Node in Aries, Leo, in your 9th house of spirituality, higher education, foreign travels, teaching, publishing. So you can maybe even exchange words with teachers, publishers, or maybe they piss you off in some way. So just be more cautious of this, because this can kind of ignite a little bit of anger about something, whether it has to do with school, publishing your work, travel, even travel plans. But this puts a lot of energy in there for you. So you're really focused on this, developing this area right now. So maybe you are taking a course, teaching a course, publishing something. With all this stuff happening in your 11th and 10th house, a lot of you could be putting out work into the world right now, or working on that, on some kind of publishing, some kind of travel or course. If you are doing that, just be more cautious, as you can arouse some anger, or maybe those people teachers, publishers can arouse some anger within you about something not going exactly as planned. Maybe for some of you, even a court case taking the wrong turn. Now, this can also energize you in that area. And the ninth house in Vedic astrology also rules fathers. So this can be a time where you can bicker a little bit more with a father figure, a governmental figure. So just be more cautious and watchful of this. Thursday, June 6th, there is a new moon in Gemini, Leo, and it is in your 11th house. So maybe for a lot of you, your dreams are starting to come true. Finally, you are initiating some new project when it comes to groups of friends. You're meeting like-minded people. You could be joining new groups, meeting new friends, and people are noticing you and your work. Whatever you're putting out there into the world right now is getting noticed. It's going to be highlighted. This is a time to maybe start that blog, get on social media, but definitely get out there and start something new in the area of friendships, or at least start manifesting your new hopes and dreams. You know, a lot of times we need to renew what we want out of life, and we need to put that out there into the world. And this is the time for you to do so, Leo, because the 11th house is the love you receive from others. And this is a time where you are initiating something new so that you could be appreciated by your colleagues, by your friends, by those around you, social media. So take advantage of this new moon and set out some new goals and intentions. June 10th, we have Mars entering Taurus, your 10th house, the house of your career. Mars loves being in the 10th house. This is where you are shining in your career and you're leading by example. When Mars is in the 10th house, we are really, really focused on our career and we are noticed for what we know. So at this time, you are really shining in your knowledge. People are noticing you and you are getting things done. So career is looking great for June, Leo. If you are wanting to pursue something new or ask for a raise, this is a great time after June 10th. Now, June 10th through the 12th, Mars is also squaring Pluto. So there could be, on account of business partners or relationships, some jealousy. You could have jealousy maybe even from your romantic partners or from business partners, from the public. You are now shining in your career and you could ignite a lot of feelings of jealousy right now. So be more cautious of how you share your news with people. But it's really just those 2 days. So if you notice a little bickering back and forth with maybe coworkers or your romantic partners, this can be why. You are really getting noticed for everything right now. And this does ignite jealousy or competition. So Venus is squaring Pluto June 16th through the 17th. At this point, there could be maybe somebody that you like, you can fall in love with, if somebody from your friendship group, somebody that you know, an acquaintance. Now be more cautious of this because Neptune can be a little bit deceiving. So maybe you could even be deceived by a friend, especially when it comes to finances or secrets. Be careful that you don't reveal a secret you don't want later told by a friend. Or vice versa, you might find out a secret about a friend at this time. Same story continues here with the Sun square Pluto from June 20th through the 21st at 29 degrees. So this is a critical degree. There could be some dishonesty coming from groups and friendships, or maybe even social media platforms when it comes to joint finances. So even subscriptions that you are paying for, make sure you look into the little details because you might be missing something. Neptune gives us rose colors glasses, kind of. So you could not see the full picture of some of your friends, an older sibling, maybe somebody is keeping something from you. There could be something hidden from you at this time. And it might reveal itself later, but right now you might not be seeing the whole picture when it comes to your friendships. June 21st, we have the Sun entering your 12th house. Sun, Mercury, Venus, all in Cancer. This is a time where you might be a little bit more reclusive exclusive things are going on behind the scenes, maybe even some bed pleasures behind the scenes, some relationship that you are getting into you do not want to make public yet. But you are definitely enjoying some solitude. You want to, be a recluse a little bit, take yourself away from the outside world, but this is perfect for creativity, you guys. So if you are working on a creative project behind the scenes, this is perfect. This is also when I would say start doing something, start a creative project, but don't tell people, how they say, don't tell everybody your plans, work behind the scenes. So the last week of June, just focus on your creativity or just having fun with yourself, and don't tell people your plans. This is sometimes why we ruin our plans. We tell people too soon where the plans haven't gotten off the ground yet. So this is kind of what's happening the last week of June for you, Leo. Saturday, June 22nd, we have a full moon happening in your 6th house, Leo. So you could be letting go of a diet program, or maybe a lot of you guys could be offloading some debt finally. There's a lot of activity right now at the end of the month in your 12th house, so you are retreating a little bit. And with this full moon happening in your 6th house, some of you may be letting go of an old, outdated routine. Maybe you are making your work schedule as such that your whole routine needs a revamp. You need to change something about your routine and let go of what no longer serves you. Let go of any bad habits that no longer serve you. This is an excellent time to get rid of a bad habit. It's an excellent time to think about restructuring your bills, your look through everything, your subscriptions. What do you no longer need? This is the time to let go of anything that you no longer need so that your daily habits and your day-to-day life functions better moving forward. June 27th and the 28th, we have Moon conjuncting Saturn right in your 8th house. So the Moon rules your 12th house of hidden enemies. It could also be a bill, because the 12th house is the house of losses. An unexpected bill on account of maybe even romantic partners, your business partners, or somebody that you're intimate with, or family member. It could be about a bill or something that you learned that just makes you a little bit, pessimistic. That's only 2 days, but if you're feeling a little bit down, it could have something to do with shared resources, or resources that are coming to you from other people and something not working out quite as well. It's just those 2 days, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'm just forewarning you that on these days, as a collective, as a whole, we can feel a little bit down. Whenever the moon makes contact with Saturn, it's more sombering for everybody. And we end the month from June 27th through the 30th with a beautiful Venus sextile to Mars. This is an easy flowing energy. It could be that you are working with someone at work, maybe collaborating with somebody from your job, or about your job behind the scenes. This can also indicate meeting somebody that you really like. When you're out and about in public or at work and, having a little behind the scenes fun, something more secretive where nobody knows about, or you're working on something creative to put out into the world, something when it comes to work, coworkers, your public image. But this is a great energy. Now on the 30th, we also have Saturn stationing retrograde. I'm going to make a separate video about that. I hope you have a fantastic June, Leo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your June horoscope. We start out the month with a Jupiter trine Pluto. This is happening from June 1st until the 6th. This involves your 6th house of daily habits, health, work, your day-to-day activities, and your 10th house of career and public image. This is fantastic. It's when your daily habits and everything that you are trying to achieve aligns with your career and public image. So right now, you could be retweaking your daily habits so that they work better with your career. You could be redoing your schedule. This is a perfect time to kind of tweak your schedule for a career purpose. You are feeling more driven. You're feeling more inspired. Okay, you're more motivated to become better at work. You're more motivated about achieving healthy habits, daily routines that help you when it comes to health, work, any projects that you are taking on. So you are starting out the month just feeling more joyful, energetic, and motivated. We have the Sun, Venus, Jupiter all in Gemini. So if you happen to have planets in Gemini, Jupiter is shining a bright light on these planets right now. But this for you, Virgo, is a sign to get motivated about your career prospects. Venus rules your second house and your ninth house. So money and possessions and your self-worth are really tied into career right now. So definitely start a business or get on out there. Just get out there in public right now because people will see you in a new light. You're going to be more appreciated at work for what you have to offer. The ninth house also rules spiritual teachings. So you guys, a lot of Virgos could be starting a spiritual business right now. Astrology, tarot, something like that, and just putting it out there into the public eye. If this is you, there's no better time. There is no better time to do that. Or maybe even educate people about spirituality, about spiritual teachings. This will bring a lot of self-worth to you. And this will also expand your bank account. So this is very much highlighted. Now, June 4th, Mercury also enters Gemini. This is you. So you are extremely focused on work, building your public image, building up your career right now. Be more cautious of this Mars North Node conjunction happening in your 8th house. Okay, there could be maybe fights with neighbors, siblings, or just bickering maybe back and forth. This could be a time where you are really, really focused on research, learning something, maybe even getting tarot or astrology readings at this time. You're very focused in that 8th house area, especially the first 10 days of June. Wherever Mars is where we want to put in our action. Okay, so maybe you are starting a course, working on some joint business venture with somebody. But just be more cautious of joint finances right now, because with the Mars there, we could be disagreeing with a lot of people about how things should be spent and done. Thursday, June 6th, we have a new moon in the sign of Gemini. For you Virgos, this is happening in your 10th house. Big career month for you. But right now, you are starting something new, initiating something new. Some of you starting a new job, looking for a new job, asking for a promotion, starting a business, or maybe you're just meeting people that will help lead you to a new career move. This could be also happening right now. But if there is something that you want to put out into the world or start a business, a creative idea comes to you, Virgos, I'm telling you, this is the year to do it because Jupiter is transiting your 10th house. So it is bringing a lot of luck and abundance to you when it comes to money and career. Jupiter aspects your 1st, 4th, and 7th house from the 10th house aspect, okay? So it is making you look better. You're more charismatic, more energetic. It is shining a light onto your 4th house of home and family. So some of you might be even thinking about moving, buying a new vehicle, or just appreciating the time that you spent at home more. You are going to enjoy your alone time. You're going to be more emotionally stable. All right. And the 7th house. This is great if you are a single Virgo, okay? Because there's so much happening in your 7th house. Saturn is there. Neptune is there. Both Saturn and Neptune actually give longevity to wherever they transit. Now with Neptune, we got to watch out for deception and deceptive people that come into our lives. Saturn makes us structured, so we're less likely to be deceived. And you want more from relationships. But Jupiter is also shining a light onto the 7th house. And whenever Saturn and Jupiter look at a house together, that means that is a time when things will flourish in this house, okay? So that's the 7th house. So if you are thinking about getting into a business partnership with somebody, do it. If you meet somebody right now, this could be a really great love relationship. So put yourself out there, Virgo, not just with career, but put yourself out there to where you're just meeting people. You're meeting people when it comes to career and just dating, especially if you are a single Virgo. If you are coupled or married, this is a time where you're really going to enjoy your romantic life and your home life with your partner. This whole year, everything will seem a little bit brighter, a little bit better. June 10th, Mars enters Taurus. This for you is happening in your 9th house, Virgo. So right now, you are really focused on maybe classes, taking classes, teaching classes, finding a way to talk to people from all walks of life, maybe planning a trip somewhere, taking care of a court case, even some of you, or maybe visa paperwork for school, for you, for your children, contracts. That's what the 9th house is about. And right now the activity goes to there. So starting June 10th, the activity is focused on 9th house areas. But this also is spirituality and learning something. So you're thirsty for knowledge right now. And you're going to use that knowledge to help you in your career. So if there is a class or a skill you need to learn right now, this is the time to do it. Learn that skill so that you could use it for your career growth down the line. June 10th through the 12th, we have a Mars square Pluto situation going on. This is happening for you within your 6th house of daily habits, of your opponents, and the 9th house of spirituality, higher education. So there could be some push and pull. When Mars is squaring Pluto, we can have a little bit more aggression, conflicts. So you're becoming super focused on 9th house matters, spirituality, higher education, taking a course, studying something. And this could be at odds with your daily habits and even your coworkers, maybe even your health. Some of you could be lacking sleep right now. You're super focused on getting stuff done for work and the learning that you need to do for maybe a project you are working on. And so these couple of days, you could be a little bit frantic, or you could even get some pushback from coworkers right now, from any teachers, educators. So you might need to just be more cautious of how you use your words, especially when it comes to the public from the 10th through the 12th, because people can be a little bit more aggressive with you right now. June 16th through the 17th, we have Venus square Neptune. So this is a time where if you are signing contracts right now, I would wait until after the 18th maybe, because you could be deceived by a coworker, a business partner. There is something that you don't know and you're not seeing clearly. This could also be where you meet somebody. All right, Virgo, you can meet somebody through work, maybe you have a work meeting, or you're out in the public eye for work, for something you are doing for work, and you can meet somebody and become infatuated with them if you are a single Virgo. And they might not be, showing you their true colors for the first couple of days. So I would be more cautious if you're starting a new business venture or a relationship from June 16th through the 17th. There could be a little bit deceiving going on, but it might feel like a whirlwind as well. And at this time, you could also arouse a little bit of jealousy. June 20th through the 21st, we have the same kind of thing going on. Sun is squaring Neptune. You've got the sun in your 10th house. The sun rules your 12th house of losses, self-undoing. things going on behind the scenes. And there could be things going on behind the scenes when it comes to work contracts, business contracts that you are not aware of. Or this could also bring on jealousy from coworkers, people gossiping about you. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's just a couple of days. But if you notice you're feeling a little bit weird around these days, or people are becoming weird around you and maybe being dishonest with you, this could be why. So this is not so much of a big deal, just that if you are signing paperwork that is important or any kind of contracts, try to wait a little bit and make sure you have all the information. June 21st, we have the sun entering your 11th house. Okay. And then we're going to have the sun, Mercury, Venus, all in Cancer in your 11th house. This is great for making money, having your dreams come true. But this is also fantastic for just being more optimistic and hanging out with your friends, finding your crowd. If you are on social media or you do have your own business, you are going to get noticed after June 21st. This is a time where you're going to become more social. You're going to want to attend social gatherings. Now, remember, Venus rules your 9th house and your 2nd house. It's going into the 11th house. This is where you can make money. You can make money from all that hard work and business ventures. So you can make money right now through friends as well. And the way you can do that is, this is a time where you might actually meet people that introduce you to a new job, a new career prospect. So get out there and mingle. We're going to have a full moon Saturday, June 22nd. This will happen in your 5th house of creativity, romance, children. This could be a time where you're wrapping up something creative that you have been working on. Some of you maybe even letting go of a romantic rendezvous you've been having with someone that's not working out, or taking it to the next level with that Jupiter, Saturn looking at your 7th house. Well, Saturn's in your 7th house. Jupiter's looking at it. Some of you could be taking a relationship that was just dating to the next level. But you're fulfilling something when it comes to creativity, children, your creative ventures. Maybe you have started a creative project and now it's finally coming to fruition with the 11th house activity. You are putting it out into the world. You are putting it out on social media. Maybe you're creating a website and it finally came to fruition. June 27th and 28th, we have a moon conjunct Saturn situation happening in your 7th house of business partners, romance, love relationships. This is also the public. So someone could hurt your feelings a little bit there, Virgo. On these 2 days, you could be feeling a little bit more somber about somebody maybe saying something to you that you do not like. You know, you could be less idealistic. You're more serious about relationships, business. For those of you coupled or married, this could be a time where your partner is maybe going through something and is leaning on you about something that is going on with them. But this could also kind of make them very, very moody. And you're feeling, a little bit more pessimistic about how moody they're behaving with you. This is just a couple of days, but a lot of times when Moon and Saturn come together, we're more just pessimistic about life, about the situations going on around us. And people could really hurt our feelings. June 27th and the 30th, we have this lovely Venus sextile Mars going on between your 11th house of groups and friendships and your 9th house of spirituality, foreigners, learning something. So this could be a time where some of you, if you're involved in a legal case, it could really go your way right now. Maybe receiving funds from a legal case, or you're finally making money from that course that you are putting out there into the world, a business. Some of you are thinking about traveling, or you join a new group of friends. You could join right now as well a new learning environment. Maybe it's a course you're taking to better your life. to learn something new for work. This is going to be very enjoyable, where you might actually gain a lot of good friends. And these could be friends from faraway places, people unlike the people that you hang out with so far. So these are new people coming into your life, or just more joy from a course you're undertaking, or from spirituality. I'm going to include the dreaded Neptune transit in your 7th house right now. If you are a Virgo rising, that is 27, 28, 29 degrees, you are now under the influence of Neptune big time. All right. If you have planets in Gemini and Sagittarius in 27, 28, 29 degrees, a Neptune is squaring them right now. I'm going to say this because Neptune tends to deceive. If something seems too good to be true, and you have planets or points in those degrees, you could be deceived right now through career, colleagues, and romantic relationships. Now, I'm not saying all of you will be, just be more cautious, especially if you are a Virgo rising from 27, 28, 29 degrees, because right now you are literally under the influence of Neptune. And Neptune can make us feel like we found something so perfect. We feel inspired, but it could also hide things from us that when it passes those degrees, we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I let this person, tell me this and I believe them. So be more cautious if that's you. Now, Saturn is also transiting right now, 18 to 19 degrees. So if you are a Virgo rising, 17, 18, 19 degrees, you are under a Saturn transit. So you could be feeling like you have more responsibility. You're more somber about life, and maybe even there could be breakdowns within existing business partnerships or relationships, especially if you are a Virgo rising, 18 to 19 degrees. If you are feeling this way now, this is why you're under this Saturn influence. This could also be a time where you are just extremely serious about romantic relationships, and you will not take any crap from people. So this is why you are letting friends and business partners go, or romance go, that doesn't serve you, which is great. We all need to let people go that do not add to our lives, especially when it comes to friendships, business partnerships, romance. So right now you could be feeling a little bit more somber and like you have a lot of responsibility, and you're more logical with your heart. All right, I am going to make a separate video, you guys, for the Saturn retrograde that's also starting at the very end of the month, and I hope you have a fantastic June, Virgos. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome to your June horoscope. We start out the month where Jupiter is trining your sign, so you have a big sense of optimism. Now, June 1st through the 6th, Jupiter is also trining Pluto. You have more power, influence over others, more charm. With this Pluto in your 5th house, you are going to be naturally become more charismatic. It is trining your sign, and this Pluto-Jupiter trine can also give you a lot of optimism around love, romance, relationship, creativity. Some of you may be thinking about taking a trip somewhere, maybe with a partner. Sun, Venus, Jupiter in Gemini. A lot of you maybe are pursuing education or some kind of course. Maybe you are learning something. Reading a good book, watching a good documentary is great for a lot of planets gathering in the 9th house. It's a time where your mind can explore new philosophies, new ideas, maybe even surrounding spirituality for some of you. Mars North Node in Aries in your 7th house. This can cause a little bit of friction with business partners, romantic relationships, especially in the beginning of June. So we've had this for a while. So Mars is also going to make you pursue the object of your affection if you are dating. So some of you may be taking on initiative, getting on the dating apps, dating somebody, but this can cause a little bit of friction, arguments within existing relationships. It can also cause a lot of intensity, a lot of attraction. June 4th, Mercury enters Gemini. So now you are more focused on connecting with people from all over the world, whether it is through studies, education, or maybe you are getting into a group, building a community with foreign people from foreign lands. But this is a fantastic time to learn something new, something that expands your mind, expands your horizons, watching documentaries, picking up a good book on different philosophies. Thursday, June 6th, we have a new moon in the sign of Gemini. For you, it is the 9th house of spirituality, higher education, foreign travels, the law. You could be initiating maybe visas, paperwork like that, paperwork on schooling, furthering your education. Or you could also just be excited to start a new spiritual journey right now. But a lot of you guys could be planning a trip abroad with all this activity in your chart this month. It could even be with a partner. Maybe you're planning a trip somewhere abroad with a romantic partner. But you could also just be maybe even publishing your work or deciding to publish something that you have been learning. This could be a great time for that, Libras, if you have something you want to share with the world, a type of philosophy or a type of skill that you want to share with the world. This is the time to pursue that. A new moon suggests initiating something new in your pursuit of spirituality, education, or even publishing. June 10th, we have Mars entering Taurus. This is your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy. This can be a time where you are exploring different options of money, how you share money with others, particularly even romantic partners. This can be a time, though, where your focus is on studying occult knowledge, tarot, astrology, spirituality. You're seeking answers to something, researching something. This can make you maybe have better intimate encounters with romantic partners. June 10th through the 12th, Mars is squaring Pluto. So for you, Libra, this could mean maybe some intense feelings with romantic partners, taking on a relationship to a deeper, more intense level. But this can also cause some aggression, conflict, and challenges, maybe around how you spend money with your partner on creative outlets, or how money is spent on children, on hobbies, as well as just bring up intense feelings of focused on maybe like a goal of yours. But specifically when the 5th and 8th, I would say it could be you're very focused on maybe even investing your money or on a goal of where you're creating something, especially with a romantic partner. So it brings up a lot of intense sexual feelings, but it can also bring up aggression and some challenges that you need to work through with a romantic partner. June 16th and 17th, Venus is squaring Neptune. So you could be maybe signing a legal contract. If you are involved in a legal case or signing any kind of contracts, be careful on these 2 days, as there might be something hidden from you. A lot of times when Neptune is squaring Venus, it could involve some deceit, something you are unaware of or just glossing over because things just feel so right. This could also mean if you are involved or just signing contract with a business partner, or maybe you're just meeting somebody, that they might not be telling you everything. You know, you might not know the whole truth about a situation. And this could even deal with schooling, publishing, visa applications, because it is squaring your 9th house. Now, Sun is squaring Neptune from June 20th through the 21st. So same thing. This could even involve friendships for you, where maybe you're planning a trip with friends and you don't know the whole situation or how much something costs. The sixth house is involved, or there could be some kind of quarrels with friends or someone just being a little bit dishonest with you. So if it seems too good to be true from the 17th through the 21st, it might be. So just, check your T's and I's. Make sure you know all the information before signing any contracts, Libra. June 21st, the Sun enters your 10th house, the highest point in your chart. You are focused on career. This is a great time to shine in any career endeavors that you may have. Asking for a raise, getting a promotion, maybe thinking about a business that you want to create. So people are going to come to you. You're going to be noticed at work. We have Sun, Mercury, Venus, all in the sign of Cancer, your 10th house, Libra. You could even find love through work, through public outings. At this time, this is fantastic for any kind of career endeavors that you may have. Starting a business, getting a promotion, or just getting noticed for the work that you do. You are going to be hyper focused on work the second half of June. Saturday, June 22nd, we have a full moon happening in your fourth house of emotional security, home, vehicles. So right now, for some Libras, maybe you are redecorating your home, getting rid of old things. This is a great time to clean out your home, clean out your closet, and just get rid of what no longer serves you in your environment. As well as for some Libra, you could be thinking about moving or literally actually taking the plunge, moving to a new place. A full moon is a kind of culmination. Something is ending. It could also be some of you letting go of an old vehicle, buying a new one. It could have to do with letting go of any repressed feelings that are holding you back in life. There's so much activity in your 10th house that you're maybe letting go of things that are holding you back so that you could put yourself out there more into the world, into the public eye, and your career, your image. June 27th and 28th, we have Moon conjunct Saturn happening in your 6th house of habits, health, routine, work, colleagues. So Moon rules your 10th house and is now in your 6th house. This could be maybe you were a little bit upset over here, but somebody at work could say something to you that makes you upset. You feel more pessimistic about a work situation or something going on at work with your routine or even your health. Libra, this isn't a long transit. It's just the 27th and 28th. We might feel a little bit more pessimistic, more down about a situation. It could even be dealing with debt, work, health, or the people that you work with, your colleagues, could say something to you that is unpleasant. You feel down about it. Venus sextile Mars, June 27th through the 30th. This is an easy flowing energy, and it has to do with finances or gaining money through other people and work. This could be a time where you meet somebody at work even, or through the public, through a work function. You can meet somebody you are highly attracted to, or they're highly attracted to you. It could also be a time where you benefit from a work function or something having to do with work or contract. You benefit financially in some way, or even receive a promotion or a raise at this time. I'm going to do a separate video on what Saturn retrograde means for each sign. I hope you have a fantastic June, Libra. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your June horoscope. From June 1st through the 6th, we have Jupiter trining Pluto. For you, this involves your 4th house of home, family, vehicles, and your 8th house of other people's money. This is a time where a lot of Scorpios could benefit from the sale of a boat, a car, a home, or finances within the family. You could really be benefiting from other people's money at this time. Jupiter is going to be transiting there all year. So you could also be right now maybe hanging out at home and learning and researching something, Scorpio. This is fantastic if you want to deepen your knowledge of spirituality, astrology, tarot, anything like that. Because right now, Jupiter is transiting your 8th house. So you want that. You want to learn all these different subjects. It might bring you a sense of happiness and peace right now. But with this Jupiter trine, it really does say that you could benefit from other people's money, from family finances at this time, or even selling something or improving anything in your home environment. We have the Mars North Node conjunction still in your 6th house for a little bit in June. So maybe you are aggressively paying off debt, but this could be a time where you are really focused. You're super focused on diet and improving your health, your daily habits, how you work in day out, and how to improve your life. This is really great for working out and having a new workout routine. But this can cause a little bit of conflict sometimes with coworkers, or where there's more challenges with coworkers. They might piss you off a little bit, Scorpio. There is so much activity in your 8th house this month. So you might be very much into researching something. Super focused on money, shared resources, and how to go about that. Maybe even getting new insurance policies, changing your insurance policies, your health insurance policies, anything that deals with other people's money as well. Now, you could also really be enjoying learning spirituality, researching something. You could be super focused on that, as well as just enjoying even watching thrillers, mystery movies, or connecting to people more intimately, more intensely this month. June 4th, Mercury also enters Gemini for you, Scorpio. So much activity in your 8th house. Mercury rules your 11th house. It could be now where you are discussing with friends or groups that you belong to financial matters, contracts, or you are maybe making friends in the spiritual community, talking about spiritual subjects, sharing your secrets, and learning different spiritual methods at this time. Thursday, June 6th, we have a new moon in your 8th house of sudden ups and downs, transformations. Okay, so Scorpio, right now you are transforming. This month is a high activity month for your 8th house. And a new moon means you are initiating something. And a lot of you are initiating a transformation within yourself. So whether this transformation is through financial matters, through financial means, or you physically trying to transform the way that you look, the way that you appear, the way that you do intimate relationships, intimate bonds with other people. But you are also transforming through knowledge. It could be through sacred knowledge of spirituality, through therapy for some of you, or maybe even through a procedure, because 8th house rules sun transformations, but it also rules, things that happen suddenly out of the blue, and you can have an epiphany and want to change the way that you look, even through beautifying yourself through procedures. And you are going to be initiating something there. You could also be initiating new contracts when it comes to life insurance policies, health insurance policies, any kind of policies that deal with money or institutions. You could be initiating something new in that department as well. June 10th, we have Mars, the planet of action entering your 7th house. So you might be pursuing relationships, or you're pursuing business goals, business partnerships, business clients at this time. This is fantastic if you want to find a deal on something. When Mars is in the 7th house, we can really find great deals because we really swift through everything and we don't settle for what people are really like the asking price. We don't settle for that. We want the best price for something, and this is a time when we can find it. If you are ever shopping, this is the time where you will find the best deals on everything when Mars is in the 7th house, because you are aggressively searching for the best price of anything that you are searching to buy. This can also create a little bit of tension within relationships and business partnerships, or maybe something your partner says sets you off or you set them off. This creates a lot of magnetic attraction within love and romance, but it could also aggravate things, and you could start arguments for no reason, or your partner could pick arguments with you for absolutely no reasons. There could just be a little bit more anger there. June 10th through the 12th, Mars is also squaring Pluto. So this can cause some tension within the home, with the people that you live with, specifically romantic partners, business partners, maybe a business transaction that has to do with the sale of a car, the sale of a home, some home improvement that you are paying for or signing a contract for, could bring you a little bit of anger, or even anger from your partners, anybody that you live with. So just be more cautious of the words you use, because right now you can come off a little harsh inside the home with your own family members. June 16th through the 17th, we have a Venus square Neptune situation. For you, this involves your 5th house of creativity, children, love, romance, and your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy, other people's money. This is a time where maybe one of your children is asking for money and they're maybe not being as truthful as to why they need it, or there is some clouding of information when it comes to finances with romantic partners, about a creative endeavor, or maybe about sharing child custody or parental duties with somebody. This can create a ton of romantic attraction. You can meet someone you're so attracted to, but be careful. Last few days of June, there might be a little dishonesty. They might not be telling you. This person might not be upfront with everything that you need to know. Because same thing here, June 20th and the 21st, we have Sun squaring Neptune. So you could really be, going out, being romantic with someone and not know the full picture. Maybe you're missing something that later when you find out, this person won't look, as good to you. But this can create a wonderful intensity, like you're falling in love. You're swept off your feet. So just be careful, because with Neptune, a lot of times there's this deception, or at the end you're wondering, oh my gosh, where did that person even go? It could just be a little fling, or it could just be where someone is hiding the truth from you, or you don't know for you guys, actually, this could even deal with money and investments. Make sure you check and double check everything that you are investing in, because right now things may seem too good to be true. June 21st, the Sun enters Cancer, your 9th house. Now, Sun, Mercury, Venus are all going to be in Cancer. So your 9th house is lit up. Maybe you're thinking about publishing your work, joining a new course of studying something, applying for visas, or just talking to people online, talking maybe with foreigners, from people from all walks of life, and expanding your mind. At this time, you can find something that really expands your mind. I know it's just small transits, but these are really big if you think about it, because this is a time where you can find a book, a course, or even watch a documentary, and it could open you up to a new way of being, a new philosophy, a new way to maybe even take these things that you learn and put them into your daily habits. So a lot of times the best documentaries and the best books I find when I have a lot of transits in my ninth house, it's like your soul will find exactly what it needs at this time. Full moon Saturday, June 22nd, in your third house of communication, initiating self-efforts. So maybe you are finally done with a project, a creative course that you have been undertaking. You're finally letting something go. Maybe for some of you, it could just even be letting go of outdated equipment, cell phones, computers. You're thinking about replacing anything that you use for communication. This is the perfect time to clean out your phone as well. Get rid of apps that you no longer use. They're no longer useful for you. Like a communication clean out, letting go of something like that. Or you could just be letting go of how you hang out in your neighborhood, within your neighborhood. Maybe you want to find new restaurants, new coffee shops, new hangout places because the old ones just don't do it anymore. June 27th and 28th, we have Moon conjunct Saturn. For you, Scorpio, this is the fifth house. These 2 days you can feel more pessimistic, more lonely, or like you have to take on more responsibility with children, or maybe even romantic partners may become more difficult. It could be a day, these 2 days, where something your child says or your romantic partner says actually really hurts your feelings. You could be less idealistic. You're more serious and responsible about raising children, or just there's some sombering effect from maybe even investments, creativity, romantic partners, just something that they say could upset you. Generally, just Moon and Saturn coming together makes everyone a little bit more pessimistic. So if you will notice, June 27th and 28th, everybody could be a little bit more somber, more pessimistic, just a little bit more down about life. June 27th through the 30th, Venus is sextiling Mars. This is such an easy flowing energy. For you, this is between your 7th and 9th house. You could be maybe even have intense feelings for somebody that you meet on the internet, somebody foreign to you, somebody completely different from you. For those of you who are single, this is a time you could meet somebody that's completely different from you. So don't discount them if you are, because this could be a fantastic connection. But this could also be you collaborating with business partners, you collaborating with educators, maybe you're publishing work, you're taking a course, you're learning, studying something new, and you meet a lot of wonderful people, get a lot of wonderful inspiration and ideas. This is a beautiful, beautiful energy towards the end of the month. You're just feeling more inspired about learning and initiating not just relationships, but business contracts, business relationship. So you could also just be talking to people more, especially online in blogs, on the internet. Also, right at the end of the month, Saturn will station retrograde. I'm going to have a separate video out on that. I hope you have a wonderful June, Scorpio. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your June horoscope. We're going to start out the month from June 1st through the 6th with this wonderful Jupiter trine Pluto. So you're going to have more power, more influence. You're going to be more motivated when it comes to business. Also, maybe even getting into a romantic relationship. For some of you, maybe with somebody that lives in your neighborhood or that you meet in your neighborhood or through siblings, through get-togethers. This is also a wonderful time for business, starting something new. If you are a blogger, you're on social media, this is a fantastic time for teaching somebody something that maybe you know. You are very motivated at this point with business and acquiring new skills for your work, for your business. You could be initiating some new creative project at this time. Mars and North Node are in the sign of Aries. This for you is your 5th house of creativity, children, love, romance. Some of you are really pursuing a new romantic relationship, or you're attracted to somebody new at this time. Some of you maybe are getting pregnant, thinking about getting pregnant, starting a new creative hobby, or even maybe getting into stocks, bonds, and investments at this time. Mars in the 5th can also just have sparks flying. If you meet somebody new, you're highly attracted to them. Maybe you're trying to get to know somebody new. This can create a little bit of aggression sometimes with your children when Mars is transiting the 5th house. But overall, you're very, very focused right now on creativity, romance, your hobbies. We have Sun, Venus, Jupiter in Gemini. So your 7th house is highly active. Therefore, for a lot of Sagittariuses, this is the time for relationships. Venus is transiting your 7th house. You feel like you can meet and mingle with everyone around you. So you're just more charismatic with everybody around you, and people are attracted to that. So if you are looking for love, Sagittarius, June is the perfect month to get out there, mingle with other people. You're going to attract others to you very easily right now, as well as Mars being in your 5th house. So romance for you is looking really good, as well as business. If some of you are maybe meeting business partners, starting a new business, or initiating some new business contracts, this is a fantastic time for that. Thursday, June 6th, we have a new moon happening in your 7th house. So some of you could be initiating maybe a new business contract, starting a business of your own, or doing something for your business. Now, this could also be a new relationship forming, a new strong bond, or a new friendship even, or taking a relationship to the next level, getting more serious, thinking about marriage. So you are really initiating something within relationships or contracts where you're joining with other people. This is a big, big month for relationships for you, Sagittarius. And not only are you initiated this, but people are just going to be more gravitated towards you. So if you have a business, you're going to probably see a surge of new business, new clients. June 10th, we have Mars entering the sign of Taurus, your 6th house. This could be a time where you are rethinking your day-to-day activities. You're super focused on health and maybe starting a new health regimen for some of you. It could be a time where you're taking a creative project and you're seeing how it could work for your business, anything that you are creating. But Mars rules your 5th and 12th house. So maybe even an unexpected bill on account of children, on account of creative endeavors, or some kind of creative pursuits could come about at this time. Or even a disagreement with a partner or a business partner about a creative pursuit. It could be with a partner about how to raise children or how to spend money. If you are even in a legal fight or any legal proceedings, Mars in the 6th house is fantastic for beating over the competition or any kind of competition. If you're involved in any kind of competitive sports, Mars in the 6th house will really help you win, because if you want to even start exercising or anything like that, Mars in the 6th house will just energize you. You're going to be really, really creative on how you pursue that. Now, this can also cause a little friction with coworkers, so just be mindful of that. June 10th through the 12th, we also have a Mars square Pluto happening. And for you, this involves the 6th and the 3rd house. So maybe you could even have a disagreement with a sibling, a neighbor, a disagreement about a creative project, a creative pursuit at this time, or maybe you are just pursuing something and people around you. This could arouse jealousy from siblings, neighbors, coworkers. You're working on something great and people are noticing you right now. Mars square Pluto always arouses intense feelings and reactions in other people. June 16th and 17th, we have Venus square Neptune. Be cautious. June 16th, 17th, even 20th, 21st. of any kind of purchases. If you're signing a new lease, buying a new car, because you might not know everything about this contract. Okay, somebody could be keeping a secret from you, but this is also a really romantic time where you could enjoy a really romantic kind of date night at home with your partner. Maybe you're falling in love with someone new. Just be careful, because this square can kind of give us this romanticized, idealized version of somebody where we're not seeing the full picture, or maybe a partner, a business partner, client is being a little bit dishonest with us. June 20th and 21st, we have Sun squaring Neptune. So there could be a little bit of dishonesty or idealized versions of romance, business partners, or something that you are starting in business, or maybe a course, or even this can even be dealing with publishing for you guys. If you're publishing something, make sure you really look over the paperwork as to not be deceived to what is due to you, what you deserve. So make sure you look over everything. June 21st, the sun enters your 8th house. Now, here we're going to have Sun, Mercury, Venus, all in the sign of Cancer in your 8th house. So the very end of the month, your focus is on intimacy, shared resources, maybe even getting new insurance policies, insurance plans, or joining your assets together, figuring out more business plans for a lot of you who do own a business, or you have a lot of contracts to sign with other people, or maybe even with your romantic partner, your spouse. But the 8th house is also learning esoteric subjects such as astrology, tarot, doing research. So this is a time for transforming your inner thoughts, learning something, researching something, and you are wanting to transform something, whether it is transforming a relationship, intimacy, deepening intimacy. Saturday, June 22nd, there is a full moon in Capricorn. For you, this is the 2nd house of income, your possessions. At this point, you could be even getting rid of possessions. This is a great time to clear out possessions that no longer serve you. Clean out your house. Get more minimalistic with the stuff that you really want to have around, and get rid of anything that you do not, because the 2nd house does rule our possessions, but it also rules our income. For some of you, there could be shifts and changes going on with your income, or you're letting go of a source of income. The 2nd house also rules our teeth. So maybe there is a completion of some dental work for some Sagittariuses going on right now at the end of June, middle of June. June 27th and 28th, we have Moon coming together with Saturn. You could be feeling a little bit more pessimistic, maybe feeling like you have a lot of responsibility, especially with the home front, or maybe something going on in the home. There could be someone that you live with hurts your feelings these 2 days. You're less idealistic. You're very serious about the home front and your responsibilities, but generally everyone around you could be feeling a little bit more somber these days. These 2 days especially, because when Moon comes together with Saturn, it is about being tough, responsibility, but we can get our feelings and emotions hurt by others, those around us. We close off the month with a wonderful Venus sextile Mars. This is from June 27th till the 30th. This is a really easygoing energy between your 6th and your 8th house. Some of you could be paying off debt, or maybe applying for a new insurance policy, starting a new bank account, or figuring something about your health, finally finding the answers, transforming something when it comes to your daily habits. So even your diet, you could be transforming your diet right now, your health habits, your money, your budget. But with this, it's going to come easy, you guys. You're going to want to do it. It's like a free-flowing energy. Even if you are applying for a loan or something like that, or you're in competition with somebody, this can really help you out. Now, last thing, we have Saturn going retrograde right at the end of the month. I'm going to make a separate video for that, you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful June, Sagittarius. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome to your June horoscope. We start out the month from June 1st through the 6th, where we have a beautiful Jupiter trine Pluto. This is happening for you between your 2nd and 6th house. This is a great time to change your dietary program or fix any issues or problems at work or with your daily routine. This is such an easygoing transit. And right now with Jupiter transiting your 6th house, a lot of you maybe are taking on a new workout regimen. But with Jupiter there, it's like you want to. It makes you happy and joyful to take on these changes. But this is also with the trine to your 2nd house, it could be you guys finally paying off debt, setting up a budget plan that works for you. Clearing your possessions or organizing your possessions. This is really great for work and money. The 6th house is also the house of your co-workers, so you guys can be collaborating more with your co-workers. You could just be more friendly, more open to people that you work with, and also with your family, because with the 2nd house. So this is really great for finances, changing up your routine, changing up your diet. Maybe you'll find a sudden inspiration to do these things the first week of June. We've got Mars and North Node hanging out in your 4th house in the beginning of June. So be more cautious of arguments with family members. This is going to give you the initiative if you are looking for a new car, you're looking for a new home, because the North Node is there. So you're trying to introduce something new when it comes to home environment. Some of you could be even renovating, but your focus is on home, your emotional state. Now with Mars there, you can get a little bit more aggravated with family members. They could push your buttons a little bit more. So watch out how you speak to people, because you might take things the wrong way, Capricorn. We have Sun, Venus, and Jupiter all in Gemini. So your 6th house is highly activated. You are really working on your budget, your daily routines, working, and maybe even a new exercise program is something that you are working on right now heavily, because on Thursday, June 6th, we have a new moon in your 6th house. This is where you are initiating something new, maybe getting a new gym membership, starting a new workout class. You're changing your habits. You could be changing your co-workers at this time, or initiating something new at work with your co-workers. So it's everything that we do in our daily lives that make our lives work a little bit better is what you are initiating in June. So you're starting something new. This is really great for budgeting, changing your diet, anything that makes your routine work better. June 10th, Mars enters your 5th house. So now you are focused on children, creative pursuits, romance. Having Mars in there really energizes this. This can even make you get interested in the stock market, games of chance, but you are more playful. You are initiating anything fun. So if you are trying to date after June 10th, this will give you a lot of enthusiasm and charisma when it comes to your dating life, your romantic life, as well as maybe you are going to be more active right now with your children, sports, maybe playing sports with your children, getting highly involved in their sporting activities. We have huge activity in your 6th house, and now you are really focused on having fun in the 5th house. Now Mars is going to square Pluto from the 10th through the 12th. This can bring on a lot of aggression, even between maybe some of you, your love partners, your children even. So it can bring on some conflict, some challenges, some arguments between you, your children, or maybe you and your romantic partners. But this is also highly sensual. So this is a time where you are attracting a lot of people to you, especially romantic partners. We have a Venus square Neptune from 16th through the 17th. This is between your 3rd house and your 6th house. So make sure if you are maybe dealing with debt, contracts, any work contracts, or any kind of you're joining a new gym or anything like that, make sure you read over everything because some things can be too good to be true. We also have the Sun square Neptune from June 20th through the 21st. So it is this can make us get deceived easily. And this deceiving energy could come from anywhere around us, but especially for you guys, it's happening in the between the 3rd and 6th house. So it can come from neighborhood, any courses that you're undertaking, or maybe even if you're buying any electronics, changing your phone, signing a new contract. Just make sure you read everything over because Neptune has a deceiving energy a lot where later we're like looking back and we're like, I can't believe I didn't see that sooner. So just make sure you read everything over. June 21st, the sun enters the sign of Cancer. We're going to have Sun, Mercury, Venus, all in Cancer. So your focus is on business relationships, client relationships, and as well as romantic relationships. So this is a time where you can attract romantic partners really easily to you. You're going to be more charismatic and people are just going to be drawn to you. So for any single Capricorns, this is the time to go out, socialize, mingle with other people. This is a time when you can see an uptick in your business as well, and maybe even get new clients if that's the kind of business you have. We have a full moon Saturday, June 22nd in your sign, the 1st house. So this is a time where you are letting go of maybe an old identity, outdated clothing, makeup, hairstyles. This is a time where you are just trying to transform you, your look, your image, maybe because of the new people that you are meeting right now, Capricorn. But this is really great to just get rid of anything that no longer serves you, any relationships that no longer serve you. You are ending something when it comes to your life path, So you want to let go of anything that is holding you back, whether it is a belief system, the way that you're living, a lot of activity in your 6th house this month. This could really be you changing up your routine, your diet, and now you are letting go of your old look, your old wardrobe, and you are going to reveal a new you come July. June 27th and 28th, we have Moon conjunct Saturn happening for you in the 3rd house. This can be a time where your feelings get hurt. Maybe even your sibling hurts your feelings, someone in the neighborhood, a close friend hurts your feelings. It's a time when all of us could be feeling a little bit more somber about anything in our lives, just more pessimistic. So if you find yourself a little bit more pessimistic those 2 days, it's the Moon Saturn conjunction. June 27th through the 30th, we have a beautiful Venus sextiling Mars happening for you between your 5th and 7th house. This is such an easy flowing energy. This is perfect for date night romance, you guys. This is a time where you could meet somebody you're really attracted to, intense feelings, but everything is flowing so well. It's definitely a time to find love or appreciate your partner. Those of you who are coupled, go out on a romantic date. There could be a lot of chemistry involved for you. This is involving your 5th and 7th house. This could even be a time where you take a relationship to the next level. Everything's easy, breezy. You're feeling good. We also have Saturn starting its retrograde motion right at the end of the month. I'm going to make a separate video on that. But Capricorn, I hope your June is wonderful. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome to your June horoscopes. We start out the month from June 1st through the 6th with a beautiful Jupiter trine Pluto. This is trining your sign. Jupiter is in your 5th house of love, romance, creativity. A lot of you maybe are getting pregnant, talking about having children, starting new creative projects right now. Jupiter trining your sign should make you more charismatic, more happy-go-lucky. And Pluto, of course, is hanging out in your 1st house. So this can really give you a lot of initiative. You want to start something. You're feeling renewed. You are feeling like you have a lot of influence, a lot of power. This is really great for starting any new creative endeavors. We have Mars North Node hanging out in your 3rd house the beginning of June. So you are taking a lot of initiative in maybe blogging, starting a course, just changing up your routine, learning a new skill, seeking out a new skill. You have a lot more courage and determination in starting something new. This can sometimes cause more arguments, maybe between siblings, between neighbors, but this is so great for creativity, starting something new, a creative project. Especially because you have Sun, Venus, Jupiter, all in Gemini in your 5th house, where creativity is at an all-time high. You could be building a creative business, working on a blog, working on a website. You are working on something creative, that's for sure, or maybe just having a lot of fun with a romantic partner, having a lot of fun in the neighborhood with your children, planning on a family, some of you. Thursday, June 6th, we do have a new moon in your 5th house of love, romance, and creativity. So if you haven't already initiated something creative, this is when you will initiate something creative. Maybe some new sport you're going to play with your children. You are just going to feel more relaxed, more charismatic, like you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to attract romantic partners. A lot of you, those of you who are single, this is fantastic when all this is happening in the 5th house. Not only are we initiating something creative, maybe starting a new hobby, starting a new sport that lets us feel really good, or just hanging out with your children. But this is perfect for those of you who are coupled to enjoy new romantic endeavors with your other half. So this is really great. And if you want to initiate something, or there's a new hobby, something that's calling to you, this is probably a time when you're going to find something that really calls to you. June 10th, Mars enters your 4th house of home, family. This can be a time where maybe you have a little bit more arguments with family members, or they kind of aggravate you a little bit more. You're really focused on improving your home. This could be a time where maybe something breaks down, you're fixing something in your home, or maybe even a vehicle, or you're pursuing a move, you're pursuing buying a new vehicle. So your energy is really going to home projects at this point. June 10th through the 12th, we have a Mars square Pluto situation happening between your 1st house and your 4th house, Aquarius. So there could be conflicts, challenges, maybe even intense feelings between you and family members about something going on at home, plans you're making that affect home and family life. We can become super focused on a goal that has to do with a home, a vehicle purchase, or just projects that you are taking on at home. But this can create a lot of conflict and aggression sometimes between family, what you want and what they want. This can also arouse a lot of strong, intense feelings, maybe even of jealousy from people around you. So just be more cautious of how you speak to people, especially family members, from the 10th through the 12th. Now we have a Venus square Neptune, June 16th through the 17th. This has to do with your 5th house and your 2nd house. So right now, if you are signing any contracts that have to do with money, from a creative endeavor that you have, maybe a business contract or anything like that where money is involved, just be more cautious, as people may not be as honest with you. Neptune has a deceiving energy. And we have the same thing going on from June 20th through the 21st with the Sun square Neptune. Same thing, 2nd, 5th house is involved. So it could be a creative project, or maybe something that you are paying for children, something like that. And if there's any contracts that you're signing or anything, any kind of contracts, really, I would just be more cautious of signing anything on the dotted line those days, because Neptune does deceive us. We don't see things clearly. We are just we romanticize every little thing that comes around with a Neptune transit. June 21st, the Sun enters your 6th house, so the focus is on health, work, and routine. We have Sun, Mercury, Venus all in your 6th house right now at the end of the month. So you are really shifting your focus to paying off debt, working, competition, or even working out a new workout dietary program right now. So you're really working hard the end of June, because whenever we've got all these planets gathering in the 6th house, it's all about work-life balance, how we can make our lives easier through every kind of routine we undertake. There is a full moon Saturday, June 22nd for you Aquarius in the 12th house. This is a time where you could be confronted with any limiting beliefs you have about yourself. And maybe let go of any limiting beliefs. This can be really freeing to just let go of anything that is holding you back. Let go of a bad habit with all this activity in your 6th house. Anybody that has a bad habit, an unhealthy habit, maybe bad sleeping patterns, this is a time to let that go and renew yourself, renew your daily habits, renew your health routine, as well as letting go of any negative thinking that's holding you back from feeling your best self. June 27th and 28th, we have Moon coming together with Saturn in your 2nd house of finances, the money that you make. This is also the house of family and even possessions and teeth. There could be some family members maybe that even hurt your feelings a little bit. You could be feeling more pessimistic about money, how you make money with your business, or maybe possessions that you have to kind of reconfigure how you buy possessions, what you own, what has what meaning. But Saturn and Moon, it gives us a more pessimistic outlook. But this could also be you being extremely responsible when it comes to money, when it comes to spending, because the 2nd half of June, we have a lot of activity in your 12th and 6th house. So maybe there's an unexpected bill that gets you a little bit more pessimistic and, gets you feeling down. But this is the perfect time to be more responsible with your finances and maybe reconfigure your budget, your finances to fit what is going on with your situation right now. But this is just a little bit, but it can get you feeling down. So if you are feeling a little bit negative those days, this is why. June 27th through the 30th, we have a beautiful Venus sextile Mars going on between your 4th house and your 6th house. So maybe home renovation, buying a car, or redecorating. There's something you're doing with your family that involves your daily habits, your daily routines, and it's an easy flowing energy. So you're feeling more optimistic, more happy about all the home front situations. All right, Aquarius, Pluto is retrograde at 1 degree Aquarius. So I mentioned this because if you have planets in Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, or Scorpio from 0 to 3 degrees, you are now under the Pluto influence. So right now you could be really shifting your thoughts and your patterns about everything in your life. Pluto really transforms us. It's transiting your 1st house. So you can be undergoing huge transformations when it comes to the people that you hang out with in your life. If you have your rising sign at 0, 1, or 2 degrees, you are under this Pluto transit effect right now. So you could really be shifting your whole identity, your look, the people that come into your life, your business partners, some of you even relationships. Also, Saturn at the very end of the month stations retrograde. I'm going to make a separate video on that, but I hope June is wonderful for you, Aquarius. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome to your June horoscope. We start out the month from June 1st through the 6th with a Jupiter trine Pluto. This is happening between your 4th house and your 12th house. This is a really easy-going energy. So you're feeling more optimistic, more happy. You're feeling more powerful. This is a time where you could let go of anything, any limiting beliefs that are holding you back so that you could gain more emotional security within yourself to go after and achieve all your dreams, especially when it comes to career and also home and family and relationship dynamics. We have Mars and North Node hanging out in your 2nd house, Pisces. So you are now taking initiative on how to make money, how to build a business if that is what you're into, but you're also really super focused on gaining the possessions that you like, maybe even buying yourself some luxury possessions, or maybe there's a new source of income coming in for you at this time and you're super focused on that or creating that. Try to be more cautious what you're spending. Mars in the 2nd house wants us to spend money. Sometimes we just burn through money really, really quickly when Mars is transiting the second house. We have Sun, Venus, Jupiter, all in Gemini. So the focus really is on home, family, maybe even home renovating projects, spending time with family. You can have a great date night at home or just kind of hang out at home and have a good time. You're feeling more emotionally balanced at this time. And maybe even there's something at home that you were doing, starting a business from the home, redecorating the home, making it more comfortable, having family get-togethers. This could all be possible in June. This is a great time for that. New moon Thursday, June 6th in your fourth house. So you are initiating something when it comes to home and family. For some of you, maybe you are welcoming a new family member, getting pregnant, getting a new pet. Some of you could be moving, buying a new vehicle, or there's talks about that. You could be renovating your home, but there is some newness, some new energy coming into your home environment, whether that is where you're moving or initiating some project in the home, or maybe literally inviting someone else to live with you, moving in with somebody, or, welcoming a new member into the family. June 10th, Mars enters Taurus. For you Pisces, this is your third house. You are now really super focused on initiating, maybe taking a new class, switching out your computer apps, anything like that. You're trying to renew things when it comes to any area of learning. Maybe you guys are learning something for work so that you can better manage your business, better manage your job wherever you work. But Mars in the third can sometimes give us quarrels with siblings, with neighbors. It is such a harsh planet, but at the same time, it gets us going. It gets us really involved. It could get you involved in the neighborhood more. If some of you are dealing with a HOA or anything like that, you could get involved with that more, or just spend more time on your skills, perfecting your skills. But be more cautious here from June 10th through the 12th, because we do have a Mars square Pluto situation that deals with your third and 12th house. So maybe an unexpected bill could come up, or maybe there's some people in the family or in the neighborhood that maybe can start gossip about you. This can invite a lot of jealousy. Maybe there is something great that you're working on. You're getting more attention for it. You can get more attention for your craft right now, and you can invite a lot of attention and jealousy from other people at this time. June 16th through the 17th, we have Venus squaring Neptune right now. So be careful if you are maybe buying a vehicle, signing a lease, or any kind of paperwork dealing with home, car, home insurance, because something can be too good to be true. Neptune is a very deceiving energy. We do not see the full picture. So just be more cautious, but you can also have a lot of romance in your life. People can even view you and project their feelings onto you, so they could think that you are one way even though you're a completely different way, because Neptune is that magical, deceptive energy. June 20th and the 21st, we have Sun squaring Neptune. So same thing. If there's any renovation that you're doing where you have to sign contracts, any leases, or buying something, make sure you look everything over. All right, because Neptune can deceive us. We can be deceived by others. Others can tell us something when really we need to look into it a little bit further. So don't trust everything happening around the 20th and the 21st, because we could not be getting the full picture of a situation. June 21st, we have Sun entering the sign of Cancer. For you Pisces, this is your fifth house of love, romance, and creativity. We're going to have Mercury, Venus in there as well. So all your energy will shift into your creative pursuits. Joy, happiness, maybe even romantic dates with your partner, with your marriage partner. Some of you can be, if you are dating right now, this is the perfect time to meet somebody you can have a romantic relationship with, a lot of intimacy with. So the fifth house is the house of intimacy, being really attracted to someone, that falling in love stage. But it is also the house of creative pursuits. Children, you could be having fun with your children, or you could just be enjoying your time with games, even playing games of chance right now or investing in the stock market. So this is a time for joy, happiness, and just having fun, a renewed sense of self, and maybe even finding a joyful hobby, a sport that you enjoy. So definitely get on out there and start dating. For all you single Pisces, starting the June 21st is a fantastic time. We have a full moon happening in your 11th house of hopes, dreams, groups, friendships, Saturday, June 22nd. This could be a time where maybe you're letting go of a friendship group, an online social media platform that no longer serves you, any even subscriptions that you have that you no longer utilize. This is a time to get rid of them. This is also a time where you could see a creation of yours come to fruition. Maybe there's a creative project that you've been working on and now you put it out into the public and it's finally finished and you're finally going to gain recognition for it. But there seems to be a closure in your 11th house. So for some of you, maybe some of your hopes and dreams are coming true, especially when it comes to any creative pursuits, maybe some creative project or a pregnancy even for some of you, or you're putting out a creative project, a blog, anything out on social media for people to see. You could just be letting go of friendship groups and clubs that you belong to as well. Any clubs that you belong to that maybe you want to take a step back from now. June 27th through the 28th, we have Moon conjuncting Saturn right in your first house. This is a time where you can feel like all the responsibility lands on you. You could be a little bit more sarcastic, even pessimistic about a situation, maybe even dealing with your fifth house of creativity, children, romance. You could feel a little bit down. It could be a time where somebody could say something to you and they could really hurt your feelings. We're a little bit more somber whenever Moon makes contact with Saturn, and especially for you Pisces, as this is happening right in your first house. This is only 2 days, but if you're feeling a little bit more pessimistic, this is why. So it's just gonna be the 27th and the 28th of June. Now also from June 27th until the 30th, we have this beautiful Venus sextile Mars happening between your third and fifth house. So it's a really easy flowing energy that's going to be very motivating. If you are creating something new, this is so great because your creation could just literally come to you so easily and you could put it out into the world. You can really be inspired and motivated. You're just going to feel more powerful with this. And even when it comes to hanging out in your neighborhood, taking a little short trip, maybe with your children or your romantic partner. At the very end of the month, we also have Saturn stationing retrograde. I am going to make a separate video on that and what that means for you, but I hope you have a fantastic June, Pisces. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe for more.